Paramount Plus.
Hey, Jill, what's the matter?
Man, this name change is stressing me out.
Everyone will know we still specialize in Medicare.
Yeah, I know that. What about this?
Are you 64.com?
Live from Augusta, you're watching News 12 at 6 o'clock.
Good evening. It is election night on News 12 at 6 o'clock. Voters have an hour left to get to the polls.
We are live on your side in Richmond and Grovetown for key races. Plus, we're timing out the rest of your election night forecast. But first, it is your turn to decide yes or no for a new James Brown Arena.
And with the clock winding down till polls close, leaders are hoping to reach voters in this final stretch. The C-Splost is what we're talking about. It's a half-penny sales tax in Richmond County alone that amounts to an extra 50 cents for every $100 you spend. And that extra money, those pennies, add up to pay for a new arena.
Some leaders say this could be the last chance to get this project off the ground. Our Craig Allison joins us live from the watch party. It's being hosted by the Coliseum Authority, who's been pushing for this, Craig.
Well, that's right, y'all. Party starts at 7, so we're just outside getting an early view, but them, as well as Augusta leaders, are staying optimistic as we head into the night on this vote. But others voting no on this think that Augusta needs to handle what's already on their plate before they move forward with the future. Now, Michael Thurman, a voter who put out at least 300 vote no signs throughout Richmond County in the past few weeks, says the city leadership wasn't able to handle the current arena space and that bringing in a new one would add on to other issues in Augusta. On the other hand, leadership from the Commission, the Downtown Development Authority, the Chamber of Commerce, and more say this would bring more progressive growth for Augusta to stand out as a destination spot.
When Augusta isn't seen as such an eyesore, when you don't have boarded up buildings on Broad Street and Green Street, when people feel safe coming to Augusta, that's when you build a nice shiny new thing thinking people are going to come. You just can't always go with the assumption, build it and they will come. They've done that with a lot of different things.
This tax, this half a cent, is not a half a cent that's drawn in a way to where it's going to cause great inconvenience across the city. What this is going to do is it's going to give us extra revenue to be able to help us build Augusta up, to build our new James Brown Arena, to attract new shows, and to really just set Augusta apart throughout the region.
All new on News 12 at 11. We're going to have the full breakdown from tonight's results as well as the future for the James Brown Arena in Augusta. Craig Allison on your side.
It's one we'll all be watching. Craig, thanks very much for that. We're going to send things over to First Alert Chief Meteorologist Riley Hale. And Riley, this election day, no excuse to blame on the weather for staying home.
It was beautiful out there again for most spots, so it's mild out there. Not going to see an overly cold night, and even a beautiful evening on tap if you want to head out to the Columbia County Fair. And all the proceeds for the fair tonight will actually go towards helping a Day with the Deputy initiative. So your fair ticket price will actually go towards a great cause, and we got some great weather to head out to Grovetown. Low temps tonight going to stay a little bit warmer for us. We should actually see our low temps mid to upper 40s, so not going to be quite as chilly as what we've seen over the past couple of days. And high temps tomorrow could actually be even warmer than what we saw today. We'll have a look at that full forecast and see how long we can keep this heat around in just a bit.
Okay, thanks for that, Riley. Taking a look out there at traffic as people wrap up work and try to get to the polls on a nice evening. Shouldn't be any issues in the weather as you head out. Again, you've got about an hour left before those polls closed. Another highly contested race we want to tell you about tonight. Who will be the next mayor of Grovetown?
Right. Are voters happy with things or ready for a change in Grovetown? The incumbent mayor, Gary Jones, running for his third term. His challenges here, Soretta Smith and Deborah Fisher. All day they've been out talking to voters in this final push to the polls. So Sydney Hood is live with more team coverage from Grovetown.
And we are in the final stretch out here in Grovetown. Folks, again, you have less than an hour now to get out and vote. And on the ballot are some names you've probably probably seen here and there around town. All day today, the candidates have been out holding their signs. They've been waving folks down, trying to get them to the voting polls. And so far today, we've seen more than 500 people come out to vote. That alone almost doubles that early voting turnout. And now we've got 3 candidates that are running for mayor. So that question is, will the city stay with the mayor who's been leading the city for 2 terms now, or will change come to the city tonight? And in the end, that choice is ultimately up to you.
We're elected by the people to make important decisions, and if we can't work together as a team, then how can we make the best decisions for the citizens that have entrusted us with these seats to represent them?
I want to get to work on traffic. We have a really, really bad traffic problem, especially back in the Uchi Creek area. So that's got to be a priority.
We want to continue to move forward. We want to progress. We want to try to build our infrastructure. We want to bring in more businesses, more residents, and so forth. We want to do it in a controlled manner.
Polls again close at 7 o'clock out here tonight, so you've still got a little bit of time left to come out and exercise your right to vote. We will be out here all throughout the night updating you as those polls start to close and those ballots start to get counted.
That's a race we'll definitely be watching. Thank you for that, Sydney, and good luck to all those candidates in Grovetown.
We're also tracking the Grovetown City Council race. Voters will pick 2 candidates and will decide between Eric Blair, Richard Bowman, and Marcia Keating. The District 1 seat in Aiken, that's also up for grabs between incumbent Democrat Gail Diggs and Republican DeMarcus Sullivan. Diggs has been in the seat for 12 years and says her work during that time is why she should get the vote. Sullivan says he's a leader that has a resume with managing an AT&T store. It's why he deserves the seat.
I have been able to not only help people who did not have access or knowledge to resources in this community, but I've actually been able to be their voice.
Meanwhile, Sullivan took to Facebook saying, "I'm a true leader that stands behind the entire city, and my heart will forever be with my city. No matter how today goes, I'm proud of myself, and this is a major win for the people that come from where I come from." We have reached out to Sullivan for an interview. We haven't heard back yet. We'll have results, though, from this race as soon as polls close at 7 p.m.
We're on your side now, tracking other races across the... Happening now, school leaders in Columbia County hosting their second rezoning meeting for parents. This is video from the last meeting. Actually, it's from school construction there. Leaders are closing South Columbia Elementary at the end of the school year and are getting set to open Westmont Elementary School. North Columbia Elementary is expected to open for the 2025-26 school year. That'll be on Ray Owens Road. If you still want to catch this meeting, it's going on at Martinez Elementary. There's another one coming up Thursday at 6 p.m. at North Columbia Elementary School, and then again next Tuesday at the Columbia County Board of Education building. That one starts at 5:30.
A man convicted of kidnapping and killing an 18-year-old and her parents is asking for a new trial. Back in 2014, a jury found Adrian Hargrove guilty of beating and stabbing 18-year-old Allison Peterson and her parents dozens of times, hard enough to destroy the weapons used. Right now, Hargrove is on death row. Last week, the ACLU of Georgia filed court documents requesting a new trial. They claim the state used 13 out of 14 allotted strikes to remove black jurors. They also claim the state violated the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment and the Americans with Disabilities Act when they removed a juror because of visual impairments.
The need for foster parents has been rising over the past few years. Right now, we have 539 kids in foster care in our area. Most of those are in Richmond County.
We spoke with foster care services saying they're getting anywhere from 30 to 50 calls a day about kids needing a place to go. Hallie Turner spoke with one agency looking to offer more than just a bed for these kids.
When the Harris family opened their door to the world of fostering, they had no idea how these two would open their hearts.
We had Callie since she was 5 days old. CJ was in another foster home who couldn't take a baby.
Since 2021, the Harris family has fostered nearly 10 children with similar backgrounds to Callie and CJ.
These kids come from a lot of times neglect where there's not an adult, and if we can't pour into them what they've been missing, we're not going to be able to do a good job.
Families for Families Foster Care looks to find loving Christian families who can help families in the foster care system that are hurting. They have offices all over the state of Georgia. The goal is reunification with the biological parents, but with the gift of a new start rooted in faith.
Just being in a stable home with a mom and a dad that not only love each other, but love God and sacrifice what we need to so that our kids can have what they need.
We have a support group for the fathers, for the mothers.
While walking next to the biological parents, giving them hope for the future.
I was just with the mom of our newest placement yesterday, and I told her that God sent us together so that we could walk this walk together, so that she knows that she has our support. We're going to take care of her son so that she can take care of herself.
In Augusta, Hallie Turner on your side.
Families for Families has more than 20 foster care homes now, but that's not nearly enough.
So for more information on how you can get connected with Families for Families, you can visit our website at wrdw.com. And we told you about a program that's pledged to make sure every child entering foster care in Georgia gets a duffel bag filled with supplies. Right now, a lot of kids move everything they own in a trash bag. That program is called Comfort Cases. They've teamed up with the Mayor Group to make this all happen. So if you want more information on how you can help donate supplies for the bags or get involved, search Comfort Cases on our website.
Well, peace and quiet could be no more for a couple of families over in Harlem if the sewer project goes through. Next on News 12, we tell you their one simple request to the county.
And we did have a warm afternoon again across the southeast, and we're going to continue these warm temps for the rest of the work week. Big weekend cool down. We'll have a look at that in the full forecast next.
Time and temp.
Look at that 7-day. Enjoy the warm temps if you like in the next couple of days. Cooler and wetter heading into the weekend.
Tonight, a planned county construction project that's causing a headache for families in Harlem. The county has been buying land there for the Uchee Creek sewer line project.
If plans are approved, their personal backyards and walking trails will be impacted. As our Taylor Martin shows us, they have more concerns, but not a lot of answers from the county on if those plans can change.
For neighbors Brian Clayson and Keith Finley, being at home means peace and quiet.
And me being a vet with PTSD, I sit out there all the time, quiet by myself.
But with a sewer line possibly coming through their backyards, all of that could change.
We know the line's coming through. We support the line, understand the need for it. But we highly question the route that the line's choosing to take.
Just about 2 months ago, both neighbors received a letter like this in the mail from Columbia County about the Uchee Creek Interceptor sewer line project. For Brian, they offered him just over $2,000 to run it through part of his land.
Because I took my life savings, $100,000, bought this land, not knowing that they're going to go ahead and put a sewer system through it. You're going to have all the construction. You're going to have all the people driving up and down.
It's an issue they've tried to plead with the county, even offering other options for where the sewer line could go that wouldn't disrupt their livelihood.
But there is another option that they have to put it on another side of Uchee Creek. They won't budge.
And when I sent an email asking about the project, the county declined to comment twice. Now both neighbors just want one thing: to be listened to.
Even if the law gives you the right to come in and condemn a piece of property for public use, you still should be accountable to the very base that's paying for it.
Rethink what you're doing. Think about the people. Think about what you're doing. Do what's right. You know what's right.
And both neighbors say they understand eminent domain laws, giving the county the right to take the land even if they don't want to sell.
But at the end of the day, they're just asking for them to consider a different option. The story we'll keep watching.
Yep. Meanwhile, if you live in the southern part of Lincoln County, if you're just getting home, water service has been temporarily cut off. They're working on an emergency repair on a broken water valve at the water tank on Double Branches near Augusta Highway. Once that repair is complete, service should be restored around 10 o'clock tonight, but they say it should be discolored, should clear up in a short time, but just boil your water before using it until they can get that system tested out. The Alleluia Community School volleyball team being recognized by the City of Augusta for winning a state championship this year. We'll hear from the Angels about the significance of winning it all next in sports.
First, on your sideline, sports brought to you by the Hawk Law Group.
The city of Augusta is honoring one of our smaller local schools for winning a state championship in volleyball. All season long, the Alleluia Community School Angels proved they have what it takes to not only fight up in weight class, but defeat schools that have thousands of more students than they do. According to head coach Megan Janik, Alleluia has a total of 38 high school students, 11 of which play on their volleyball team. All along throughout the season on the way to winning their state championship, the Angels took on Grovetown, Evans, Lakeside, Greenbrier, ARC, Harlem, Midland Valley, Aquinas, and Augusta Prep. When it comes down to ending their season and their high school careers on top with this special group, the seniors I spoke with say they wouldn't have wanted it any other way.
This year was so family oriented. Like, my mom's a coach and my sister's on this team, so that was just my favorite part, definitely. I play with family members, friends that I've had my whole life, and just to get to win with them and compete with them, play alongside them, they're all amazing. It was just super special to me, and I wouldn't trade it for the world.
This is the Angels' second state championship since 2017, and only 3 seniors are graduating this year, so the majority of this group are looking forward to running it back next season.
Congratulations to that talented group. A group of students from Davidson Fine Arts took one step closer to higher education today. In a surprise ceremony, Augusta University gave these students early acceptance to the school. This was for students who applied with the Early Action Program. One student says she can't wait to start.
My stepbrother actually goes there, so I kind of know a little bit about the inside scoop of it. And I'm wanting to pursue neuroscience with a focus in cognitive psychiatry, so Augusta University is the perfect place to do that because y'all's medical program is phenomenal.
Staying right here local, and a group of students in Greenbrier High School also were surprised with early acceptance, so congratulations to all of those scholars.
Absolutely. Big congrats to them. And we're looking at beautiful weather over the next couple of days, not too far away from record highs Wednesday and Thursday. Now look at some cooler temps for the weekend, and that's 7 days just after the break.
The First Alert Team, named best in Georgia.
We are excited to announce that the Medicare Specialist is now 64 Insurance Group. And while we've expanded our portfolio to include other health insurance products, we are still your go-to for all things Medicare. Don't wait until you're 65 to call. Are64.com.
Quality customer service.
Hey, Jill, what's the matter?
Man, this name change is stressing me out.
Everyone will know we still specialize in Medicare.
Yeah, I know that. What about this?
Are64.com.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, a man carrying an assault-style rifle was arrested on Capitol Hill near the Senate office building. The shocking details we're learning about the suspect. That and more headlines tonight right here on the CBS Evening News.
We have breaking news. The Saluda County Sheriff's Office is on the scene near Bonham Road, near Hill Drive. They're looking for this wanted fugitive on your screen. He's 23-year-old Daquan Malik Cooper.
They're helping the Newberry County Sheriff's Office and SLED with this search. So if you're in the area, they advise you to stay away while this search goes on right there. We'll have more information for you. Top of the hour over on NBC 26. Riley?
Clear skies out there again tonight, and we have another great vantage point of Jupiter and actually seeing some of Jupiter's moons from our tower cam tonight. So if you want to check this out, you're not going to be able to see the moons with the naked eye, but if you have binoculars or a telescope, you will be able to see it, and beautiful conditions to do some stargazing for the rest of tonight. Overall temperatures should stay a little bit more mild over the next couple of days. We're going to wake up in the mid-40s tomorrow morning, afternoon highs reaching the 80s over the next couple of days, but we will see those temperatures drop by the weekend.
Our next live update, 7 o'clock on NBC 26.
We'll have those election results tonight for you at 11.
At the CBS Evening News, we focus on solutions, finding solutions to help people understand what are the right choices to make for you and your family.